Hey, good morning, Mrs. Burnett and Mr. Zanartu, and good morning, all Coyotes out there. Welcome to our Friday flag video. Today is Friday, May 26th, and our last Friday flag video of the year. So, as always, let's go ahead and begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand. Put your eyes on the flag, hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. So students, as we all know, the playground is less structured than our classroom and allows us time to burn off our excess energy. The playground is a large space, and we trust that each student shows positive, encouraging behavior to everyone. Please, as we wind down the school year and we get to the part of all that fun and excitement in those celebrations, do your part to be a hero toward others. Loss of free time or more severe consequences are in order for those who choose negative behavior and make poor choices. This may mean you have to sit out a particular end of your event. We don't want that for you. We desire that all students be part of the fun and all the things that we have scheduled for us all. So let's finish strong and focus on the well-being of others as much as ourselves. We're all in this together, and we want to end well and celebrate together. So students, thank you for showing that you can be a hero to all. That's helpful, encouraging, respectful, and outstanding. One way to be super helpful is to follow all the student expectations around here on this campus. And students, let's check out who is featured on our last Friday video here today with a joke for us. It's Thomas again from Mr. Pacey's fourth grade class. So go ahead and take it away, Thomas.
Hi, I'm Thomas Cook from Mr. Pacey's class, and I'm going to tell the joke of the day. Well, I forgot how to throw a boomerang, but then it came back to me. What did the triangle say to the circle? You're so pointless. When a clock is hungry, it goes back for seconds. I'm glad I know sign language. It's become quite handy. Hey, did you hear about the guy who got hit by a can of soda? I'm glad it was a soft drink.
That's great. Boy, I've got a lot of jokes now for summer. So thank you, Thomas. That was outstanding. Hey, now we have Mr. Zanartu with his mindset behavior tip, the last one of the year. So listen up, Coyotes.
Hi, Coyotes. I hope your week was a good one. And you believe it, we've made it to the last week of school, and it's time to finish strong together. During this last week, let's show our teachers in particular how much we appreciate them. We can listen carefully, we can raise our hands to ask questions, and we can also follow the classroom rules. By doing this, we're going to create a happy, respectful environment where we can all keep learning and have a lot of fun too. Oh, and let's also make sure to be kind to our friends too. For some, this might be the last week in which we're going to see them for a while. So we can help each other together to work, share our supplies, include everyone in our games, so everyone can have fun. Remember, a little act of kindness goes a long way in making everyone happy. Now, I'm not going to lie. I know everyone's excited for summer, but during this last week, we need to make sure we're staying focused on our tasks and still giving our best effort. Let's make sure that we're being our best by finishing projects, completing any assignments, and having fun during those end-of-year activities. It's really our chance to show how responsible and how hardworking all of our Coyotes really are. And let's also, like I said, don't forget to say thank you to our teachers for everything they've taught us this year. Even a simple thank you or a hug can make them smile and feel proud of all of us. So Coyotes, let's make this last week of school a shining example of your good behavior. Let's show how helpful, encouraging, respectful, and outstanding we can all be. When we do our best, we're going to finish this year with a huge sense of accomplishment, and everyone around us will be proud. Before I send this over to Mrs. Burnett, who's going to talk about and announce the last group of Halley's Heroes for the year, all students, by the way, who have shown incredible effort in finishing this year strong, I want to remind you, this is your school counselor, Mrs. Nartu, wishing you and hoping you have a great week and end of the year.
All right, thank you, Mr. Zanartu, for sending it over after that great mindset. I appreciate it. Boys and girls, happy Friday. Same to you, staff. This is our last Friday flag, and I'm so excited to show who our group of heroes are for this week. Let's kick it off with Kinder. In Mrs. Miller's class, we have Aubrey, Jeremy, and Logan. And in first grade, in Mrs. Stringer's class, we have Jace. In Mrs. Murray's class, we have Brooklyn. Mrs. Espinoza's class, Juliana. And in second grade, in Mrs. Calvio Murray's class, Azalea. Miss Garrity's class, Declan. Mrs. Pacey's class, Mina and Joey. And in third grade, in Mrs. De Leon's class, we have Aiden. Mrs. Tope's class, Noah. Mrs. Hewittson's class, Haley. Mrs. Welch's class, Penny. Mrs. Hetz's class, Stella. Mrs. Hartley's class, Amaya. And Mrs. Levin's class, we have Kenny. And in fourth grade, in Mr. Pacey's class, we have Miranda. Miss Trujillo's class, Reeve and Caden. Miss Smith's class, Sophie G, River, and Joseph. Miss Schroeder's class, Levi and Lily. And in fifth grade, in Mrs. Bethke's class, we have Hayden. Mrs. Mirande's class, Eddie. Mrs. Livingston's class, Eddie. And in Mrs. Hemrick's class, we have Jackson and Anjali. Thank you so much for being our heroes, boys. Now I'm going to send it over to Mr. Shaw.
Yeah, thank you, Mrs. Burnett. And thank you for tuning in today, Coyotes. We all appreciate you doing your very best to finish the year well. Enjoy your 3-day weekend. Everyone, take care, and we'll see you on Tuesday. You get to sleep on Monday morning. Take care. See you later.